Alrighty, we are live, people. I am not ready, but I am here. Welcome, everybody. We're going to jump right into this. I'm sorry, guys. I had to change the time from 6 to 6:30 because my son, who is an incoming freshman in high school, got some playing time for 7-on-7s. On his football team, and it's a top football program in the state of California. So, hold on, I'm just letting people know. Y'all know, if you're watching the playback, just skip to like 5 minutes in when I get myself together. Let me just pull up this, and I have so much stuff on my phone. Nothing's changed, guys. Nothing's changed. Okay, here we go. Let's turn this volume down. Alrighty, play. Okay, skip ads. Okay, so come on in, everyone. Come on in. If you're new, put where you are from, what part of the universe, what part of the hemisphere, city, state, whatever. We like to do that so you can help find your tribe that will never change. You put this on the comment section. Also, I didn't tell Instagram I'm live. All right, so this will be our very messy comeback tour show. First show. Okay, let me take a drink because look, y'all, I'm a mess. I'm literally just coming off the football field out in the heat with a whole bunch of sweaty, stinky athletes. Okay, we saw. So welcome, guys. My name is Ebony, and I am your homeschool strategist, your curriculum guru, and your friend who inspires you to continue on your homeschooling journey. Now, today is my first live in a long time. I want to say maybe almost a year. So, thank you, my veterans who did not give up and unsubscribe, and you're here or you're going to watch the replay. And then for you new people, thank you for taking a chance and coming to this live. I do appreciate that and your time. Also, I want to let you know that if you are watching the replay, I keep forgetting to say this in most videos, please, I usually ask you a question. Leave your answer in the comment sections below because I do read them. And this is especially important right now because I'm taking all of that feedback and I'm creating some additional content and videos that I'm going to get out really quickly since I'm dropping videos Wednesdays and Fridays. Doesn't mean it's going to be a live stream, but there will always be 2 videos, Wednesday and Friday. So as you guys come, sorry about that. So as you guys come in, if you have any questions, I know it's summer. Some of you are already homeschooling. If you're homeschooling right now, if you're a year-round homeschooler, or if you just start early, put a fist bump in the chat. Just let me get a feel for who's doing what so I can kind of talk to you differently. Let me take this scroll off the bottom really quickly, guys. Oh, and for okay, good. All right. So this might be a little choppy today, guys, just because I'm on StreamYard and it's made lots of changes that I don't like. So there will be changes moving forward, but I'm just getting reacclimated to everything. So if you are homeschooling right now, put a fist bump in, okay? If you are pretending that it's still summer, go ahead, put a thumbs up, let me know where you are right now in your life, okay? And we'll get going. Now, once you do that, we do, and this will never change, we do like to start our streams with wins. We call these small wins. And I bring out the crystal bell, not the crystal ball, but the crystal bell. This one is the old pink one. It doesn't make a lot of noise, but it's still powerful. So, hey, Paige, I've seen my veterans coming through. So especially my veterans, if you have a win And I know you have a win because we haven't live streamed in a long time. So if you have any wins you want to share, please put it in the comments below or the chat. And the reason why we do that, you guys, is so you can learn what constitutes a win. We're not talking about big wins like my child aced his calculus test or my child read War and Peace. We're talking about little small wins, like my son did 5 math problems without bitching, right? Or my daughter, only rolled her eyes at me 2 times, or I actually enjoyed teaching my kids today. You have to find the joy and the positiveness in the small things that help move you forward in life and in your homeschool journey. So put those in. Oh, Katesh. You spelled your second name differently. That's not how you used to spell it, but I know your name though. But hello to my veterans coming in. Also, for anyone, veterans or newbies, if you want to come on and talk or share a testimony, if you are a YouTuber, if you have a product, reach out to me. And if you have a product especially, and let's help push your dreams out, whatever you're working on. Okay. So reach out to me. But if you just want to come on and talk and let me be quiet and just sip. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm gonna take this hat off. Actually, you can't see it. This hat is drenched. Oh, and I'm drenched too. Let me hide my armpits while I take this hat off because I am so hot. Oh my God, I'm so hot. All right. All right. I'm looking a little more decent. All right. So if you want to come on, let me know. I will send you a link like immediately, and then you can come on and you can bump your gums and talk. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about the elephant in the room for my nosy rosies. Why was I gone? Why? Ebony. Y'all, I'm going by my real name now. Y'all know me by Nikki. Nikki is actually my nickname, but I will answer to Nikki or Ebony since Ebony is on my books. Why were you gone, girl? So, and I talked about this before because I kind of came back before I went dark again. So a lot of you know that I wrote a book right here. When life gives you homeschool lesson plans, your humorous and practical guide to stress-free homeschooling. Yep, there's my government. Well, one of my governments. And this is a big book. It's over 400 pages, right? Okay, very thick. So it took a lot of time. So after I published that book, I started focusing on my first love, which is fiction writing. And I just got lost in that. And I got very excited about that. And I started to remember what it was like to be me, Ebony, as a woman versus Ebony as mom, wife, sister, daughter, chauffeur, counselor, all of those other job titles that most of them I didn't sign up for. So it was good to get back into that. But while I was taking my break, I had a number of people who bought my book. Thank you so much. I mean, my sales are really good considering I've not been on social media promoting this book, but word of mouth is very powerful. And I want to thank you guys who have, you bought my book, you've read my book, you posted reviews or just pictures of the book online. It means a lot. Some of you, about 10 of you, said, Eb, we love the book. It's a lot of information. Do you have a smaller size? You asked, I delivered. So I have 8 books coming out in a series called, God, hang with me. I'm just going to do this little promo for like 30 seconds, and then we're back to homeschooling. So I came up with a pocket size. It literally, I have on my pajama bottoms. It literally, because I'm dramatic, it literally will fit. I didn't even test this out. Let's see. It literally, if you bend it, you don't want to bend your book, will fit in your pocket. It's pocket size. Look, it really is pocket size. This is a standard pocket size. I know you can't see because of the glare, but there it is. See? It's pocket size. So you can whip this out at any time and get your knowledge on. And there are 8 books in this series. They're taken from my main book, which are like 40 chapters. I picked the 8 most popular ones, and then I made, this is just a copy for me. It's not, as you can see here, it's just a proof copy, and it's thin, less than 100 pages. Okay, so that's what I've been doing for the past couple of months, is getting a lot of those books, 8 of those books done, and they'll be coming out like next week. And then if you guys want to get free copies, in the hopes that you might want to do a review, which is not required, I will have information about that. Okay, all of that is done. Yes, let's get to what we need to get to. All right, so let's see. Paige says, yes, it's such a great book. Y'all listen to Paige. It was such an easy, well-organized book. I flew through it. Wish I had it when I started, but still learned something. Thank you. Look, now Paige has been around forever, but Paige don't play. So she says this, she means that, and I did not coach her to say that. So thank you so much, my dear, for your seal of approval. Okay, so now that you know what I've been doing all this time, I am back. It's going to be messy. And like I tell you with homeschooling, you just got to jump in and just do what you need to do. It's not going to be perfect, but you need to get it done. So now that I have recalibrated, this is what we're going to be doing going forward. Okay. I no longer am homeschooling my children. I am retired, right? But I'm still an educator. I am still a curriculum specialist. That's what my master's of science. Y'all, the science part means I had to take some science classes. I'm not a science person or a math person. I had to take those classes. But I am a curriculum specialist and a course developer. So I can come in, whether it's a school, a college, a Fortune 500 company, and I can take their materials or create those materials and put it in something that is formable and valuable and practical and deliver it to whatever that target audience is. That is my specialty. It just happens I love curriculum, and I'm a curriculum nerd, and I like to take curriculum and break it down and see based on learning styles. Okay, are you accelerated? Are you an average student? Are you a student that needs scaffolding, or you need extra help? And I can look at a curriculum and create a pacing guide on how to attack that curriculum, or what to use, what to put aside, how to bring in other supplemental resources, all of that. That is my wheelhouse. And I feel one reason why I stopped the homeschool videos, because I was like, am I a fraud because I don't homeschool anymore and I'm talking about homeschooling? But then I was like, oh no, curriculum, what works, all the ups and downs of homeschooling. I have that insider knowledge. So I was like, you know what? I can marry the two, where I can be inspirational. I can tell you, hey, this worked for me. This didn't work for me. Why don't you try this? All that knowledge I've earned over the past 15 years of homeschooling. And then I can take what I learned just by completing my master's in education, taking the more scientific, the more academic approach to, okay, I'm not just bumping my gums here. This is how this can work, and here's why. And then, I'm going to put my little spin, my little gumbo, my little Texas mix on it, and then present it to you and see what, and see what, how that fares for you. So going forward with this channel, I am, at least in the beginning, I'm going to focus on curriculum reviews, okay? And one reason why I'm going to really focus on that is because when I was looking at my analytics, I noticed that you guys love not only when I do curriculum reviews, even the curriculum flip throughs. And those are easy. I'm just taking, a math book, and I'm just literally flipping from the cover, every page, all the way to the back cover, because you guys need to know what you're getting, right? And just going through 1 or 2 chapters and then, no, at least not for me. I'm an information junkie. I need to see it all. So I figure you are too, like me. So I do page from cover to cover. So I do have about, I think, 20 plus videos on curriculum flip throughs. I'm going to add more because I have a lot more curriculum. But some of you have said, okay, girl, you got a lot of curriculum, but there's a lot of new curriculum that's out that you haven't touched, like I'm forgetting the names. Homeschool On. What's the lady who does? I think it's The Big and the Beautiful. All of the curriculum that's out that's new that I've never touched. Hey, Sade. Thank you. It's good to be back. As a matter of fact, Sade was one of my ARC team members, and she read my first book before I published it. And I really appreciate those ladies who were able to help me with my first book. I really, really appreciate that. Be looking out for another email, Sade, because I'm gonna need your help for this one. All right. But the y'all know I have the memory of a gnat. What was I saying? Sade, you made me lose my train of thought. What was I talking about? Y'all, I really don't know. What was I talking about? Somebody just put something real quick in the chat. No, were y'all listening? Oh. So the focus of the channel. So I did the flip throughs, but the highest rated videos were the curriculum, the in-depth curriculum reviews, where I spend 20 to 30 minutes and I break it down by, I think, 6 or 7 categories. They're very comprehensive. They're like Kathy Duffy on steroids, okay? And then actually, a couple of you said you like the curriculum reviews, but once you get that information, you're like, well, how do I use this to fit for me? And one of you had mentioned that my writing review, I did 2. I did a curriculum review, and then I followed that up with how I use it. And that's one thing I want to talk about. When you're looking at curriculum reviews of other YouTubers, look at them. A lot of them do an amazing job. It's also really helpful if you don't know that YouTuber, that homeschooler's teaching style or their children's learning style or whatever. You have no idea what the review you don't know the source of the information of the review besides the basic facts, like, oh, there's so many chapters, it has these different topics and stuff like that. But when the review starts to get editorial or personal, you don't know anything about that person. So how can you put a lot of faith in what they're saying? Like, does she really do it like that? Or does it seem too easy? She make it overcomplicated when it shouldn't be? So what I do, I'm gonna show you and not tell you. So like for the English, I think it was Writing and Rhetoric, Book 1, Fables. I did a follow-up of that review, and I showed you exactly how I would do the whole book. And I think that was my biggest video. I think I had like 17,000 views or 15, something crazy. And all of you, if you look at the comments, you were like, okay, I get it now. I see how it works. I see how you went here and how you did this, how you didn't do that. It makes sense. So a lot of times we get all of this information. We don't know how to synthesize it to meet our household, our children. So that is going to be really my main focus. Now, those videos take some time, right? Because I'm going through chapter by chapter. Okay. Now, what I will do in the interest of time, because some of you might not have 30 minutes to take in all of that information because it's a lot of information. So what I'm aiming to do is to make express versions of how I use it. And so by doing that, I'm going to do it in about 3 ways. The first way, I'm going to create a pacing guide. So take something, for example, like Bookshark. Do I have Bookshark in here? Y'all know me. Y'all give me 1 second. The Bookshark, like my bedroom, my master bedroom is right here on the other side of my ladies' lair. Let me bring in Bookshark. I just want to give you an example. Oh, it's going to be fun. Y'all, we're going to have so much fun now that I'm back. Let me just show you what I'm talking about, okay? because you're going to take one look at Bookshark and be like, you're going to run for the hills. But I'm going to show you or give you a pacing chart, a pacing guide. And I'm going to show you week to week. Hey, if you want to accelerate, boom, knock this out. You want to pull back, boom. And it's just a guide, but now you have one. Not all, and I think all curriculum publishers, it should be mandatory that they include a pacing guide or a suggested use, a teaching use. And then now you have like a little baseline. And then you can go, further, you can stay at that level, you can pull back. But now you have options. Can I go get Bookshark? Say yes in the chat if I can run next door and grab Bookshark. Let me see. L says, I've used so many of your recommendations over the years. Stacy Lloyd's. Oh, yes. Oh, honey, we're going to talk about Stacy Lloyd's. She's got a lot of stuff out. What's going on in her life? She's got time, and I love it. Stacy Lloyd's workbooks were amazing. My son still talks about Animal Farm years later. Yep, that is an absolute favorite of mine and my children. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, L. I appreciate that. Love for all. Welcome. It's good seeing all these familiar names. Well, hello, lady. Where on earth have you been? Child, listen to the beginning of this video. Or once I get past the 30-minute mark, when people kind of just drop off, if they haven't already, then I can start just really talking and not worrying about, YouTube algorithm stuff. But let me go get Bookshark. And I'm sorry, I don't have any wallpaper or videos to keep you occupied. But I just want to show you what I'm talking about, because this is going to be 4th of July on Friday. Today's Wednesday. Some of you are trying to get your curriculum stuff together. You're not even thinking about it. You're going to want to know what I'm talking about. So let me walk out of here, because I'm half pajamas and half hot, sweaty from the sun. And yes, it does get hot out here in LA. All right. Hold on. It's my green screen, y'all. Hold on. I'm going to knock it down. Oh, shoot. I knocked it down. Oh, well. All right. That's my bookcase right here, the real bookcase. All right. Can y'all see it? Okay, stay. All right. I need a better system. I know. I'm back, guys. Okay, I'm back. Okay. I forgot I put everything in a trash bag. All right. Okay, that's good. Stay. Okay. Of course, it's at the bottom. What? You guys stayed. You didn't leave. Thank you. All right, hold on. All right. Let me tack this back up. I know, it's buried me, y'all. This. All right, I keep it real. All right. Hold on. Okay. I had to change. I'm sorry. I was just too hot. All right. Okay. Bookshark. Take these rings off. All right, y'all with me? I'm breathing hard. I worked out though. I've been working out. All right, so look. Oh, you know what? Only if you guys are interested. I have so much curriculum that I've never opened. This is Mel's chemistry. Can I just do these as giveaways? I'm not going to show the other side because my address is on it. I have so many of these. Those of you who know chemistry, that I'm lab set. But anyway, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you without breaking my nails. All right. Now, if you are local to me in the LA area, I'm happy to just give this stuff to you. I'm not going to mail it. I'll just give it to you. All right. So I have 3 of these. I'll pull out 2 right now. Now, if you, whether you're a veteran or a newbie, look at this. You might as well be in college, an engineering major with a book like this. Come on now. Now, by nature of this menacing binder for you to teach through, here's like a smaller version of it. It's still a lot. It's still a lot. Now, Bookshark, to its credit, it will give you a pacing guide, kind of, sort of. Let me show you what it looks like, okay? Now, this is what they give you. I'm going to give you something better, but I just want to show you. So when I'm talking about not a pacing guide, but just a suggested use, usually the publisher, if they're thoughtful, my hair's coming down, they will put that on here. Let me see. Okay, 4-day schedule. You see that? Right here. Okay, so they like, okay, this is how you could chop this up. Am I making this clear? Okay. And then a real pacing guide will list all the weeks it takes to complete that curriculum. And it will tell you each week, each day, what to focus on. But you're like, well, how did you come up with that? Well, chances are it was not a teacher or a parent who came up with the pacing list. It was probably some executive, some suit, somebody who probably never ever taught that came up with the pacing guide based on some equations. I'm not kidding. When I used to work for McGraw-Hill in education and I saw how they put together learning materials, you know how they say you don't want to see how your food is made? You don't want to see how your books are made, your curriculum. Just saying. I've seen the sludge in the ice cream machine. I've seen the slime. Or for all my Houston people, slime in the ice bucket. Marvin Hagler, Marvin Z, whatever from Houston. All my old school people from Houston, y'all know who I'm talking about. So I'm going to be making pacing guides for how to use the curriculum. So I won't have time to make a video of every curriculum, but I can definitely give you a pacing guide. And then if you have questions about it, when you come on to my live, I'll be like, oh, really? So what weeks were you falling apart? Let's see. Or what chapters, was not working. And then we can troubleshoot. Okay? All that for free. Because I love y'all and I like to talk and I got to use my degree somehow. So the whole point of this was what's coming forward is curriculum reviews, how to use the curriculum. I feel that could be my niche for you guys. And then I can just talk about my experiences, with homeschooling if you guys care to hear that. But I'm really here just to help you make sense of that all and to give you some inspiration and all that good stuff. Any questions so far? Let's see. Love Parall says, I wish I was close to you. I know. I wish we just had like a homeschool city. See, I'm going to be using, hey, Life in the City. Wait a minute, you changed your name because I know the face. Am I blowing your cover? I'm going to be using Bookshark A Science coming this year with my 2nd grade son soon. Oh, then I guess that means I need to get up on that. But Bookshark, I have to say, Bookshark, they are good with helping you. Okay, so one thing that I love about Bookshark, and then as a little preview, I will be creating my own curriculum. It'll probably be available around December, but I'm going to start at the elementary level and then work my way up. But there are just things that I love and I want included to really help you as homeschoolers succeed. And also I'm doing it from the mindset of you got a whole bunch of kids that you're teaching, right? And so how can I be of most service? So that's I shouldn't even be saying that. I've already started on it, but I'm kind of testing this stuff out with you, the pacing and how to use this kind of stuff, because I am making my own curriculum. That's another day. But for you, Life in the City, for the Bookshark is actually really good. Now, for those of you who do not know, Bookshark is what you call an all-in-one curriculum, meaning you can get all your subjects in one spot. And there's no looking for resources here, over there, and all of that. Now, how Bookshark does that, especially with the language arts, is their layout, which is amazing. And it's nothing new that Bookshark has done. It's actually a layout that's been around for like 80 plus years, right? I've studied this stuff. And it's one of the best ways where you take a whole bunch of different subjects, writing, spelling, grammar, vocabulary, etc., literature, and you put it all on one sheet, and then you have your pacing on how you cover each of those subjects, because you have a lot of subjects going on. So it's really the easiest way to add a snapshot, see where you are in life with that curriculum, what's coming, and what you've done or what you didn't do. It'll make an honest woman out of you. And I love that layout style that Bookshark uses. A couple of other curricula use that, and it's great. So if you have any questions, come to me. I do have is this one science? Hold on, I might have science. Y'all know I struggle with science so much. I think I have every science curriculum on the planet. Oh no, this was world history. I think I do have science though. Let me see, what is this one? No, that is not world history. All right. Any questions before I continue? Yes. Oh my God. Marvin Zindler. Yes, you must be from Houston. I love you. Houston in the building. That's right. Let's see. I homeschool my son. I don't know that name, and I don't know that lovely face. Are you wearing a crown? Are you a pageant girl? You look lovely. Stay in touch. I'm gonna have to use you for something. Love for All says, definitely can't wait to see your curriculum. Oh, thank you. I mean, I love you guys because you support me no matter what. Oh, speaking of support, I've fallen down on the freebies. I have about 20 freebies in my free digital resource library. And because Stank Canva made all these changes, that's why it's free. I'm not doing the paid plan because I'm going to switch to something where I just buy it and I don't have to do a subscription for it. I hope y'all don't see all my business coming up on here. I thought I had airplane mode on. How am I getting text? Stop texting me. Sorry, guys. I don't even know if you guys can see that. Anyway, what was I saying before love for all interrupted me? If you have any questions, okay, let me know. Okay, so Friday. Oh yeah, I know what I wanted to say. Okay, I'm not going through menopause. I'm just really hot. All right. So Friday, and I'm still filling this out. I'm thinking Friday I'll do the curriculum reviews just so you have something to look over the weekend. Okay, I'll play it by ear. I'll switch it up. I can do Wednesday or I can do Friday. And then Wednesday will either be a live stream or just a pre-recorded video on 5 strategies for teaching reading for reluctant readers, or 3 ways to conquer fractions or math phobias or something like that. And those would be like the shorter videos, like 10 minutes or less, just so you can get that information and then get on with your life. And then the other video will be a longer, more in-depth in-depth video, because y'all know I like that. And that will either be a live stream or maybe pre-recorded, but I'm going to have those two, one that's shorter, one that's longer. The longer ones will always be the curriculum reviews or the how I use it. Those will be the longer ones. Okay. So look, you can look at it like that. And that's starting now. Although today is just the little comeback intro here. I'm here. All that. All right. Any other questions so far? Let's see. Let's talk about homeschooling high school starting 9th grade next month. Okay. So here's my situation. I technically and not technically homeschooled high school. Now, my youngest child, he was advanced, and he basically did high school starting in 5th grade up until 8th grade. My younger two children, I gave them high school materials in 6th grade. So I'm familiar with the curriculum. Now, when it comes to, and by the way, my oldest one just graduated this month, actually, 2 weeks ago. Oh my God, he just graduated. So I'm still like, still have the balloons up and everything. So I am familiar with, but my son was in public school. So I am familiar with getting your kid to graduate, but I am familiar with high school curriculum just from when they used it years ago. I'm also familiar with doing or getting dual credit, right? Going to the community college or doing AP, taking AP classes, which is a little tricky, especially in California, but it can be done. But anyway, if your child just wants to get college credit, I am familiar with that because I've done it both two ways, dual enrollment and AP classes. Also, if you're looking at how to build your college resume, I'm on that. I know that very well. Things to do, activities to do, organizations to be a part of, depending on, like, my kids are all STEM focused. So I lean heavy on that, but I at least know where resources are, where you can go and look in different directions based on what your child's interests are, whether it's something more liberal or more artsy or more technical or something in between. So so I know that. So but I will say, like, my knowledge is not as strong because I was not in the trenches homeschooling 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. There are lots of other homeschool moms out there. I know Homeschool on the Hill. I don't know if she's still active. She homeschooled and she documented all of her stuff. So even though her videos are older, it's still very good information. Some of the names are escaping me right now. I know my Busy Bees and Me. So my Busy Bees and Me. I think she changed her name. And I don't think she's still doing videos, but let me write that down. That's something I can do is, and I need also another thing I'm going to be doing is, homeschool high school YouTubers. I'm going to really try to get other YouTubers, other homeschool YouTubers on the channel, especially those who are really good at certain subjects that I'm weak on, which is high school. Okay, and collapse. Thank you for reminding me, because I definitely meant to say that. That's part of the upcoming things where I'm going to be bringing in people. If you have people that you're interested in, just let me know in the comment section and I'll reach out to them. And then, thank you. Yes. Yes, he graduated, and he also finished he was in a paid technology fellowship, which ended, and so his money's done. He's like, I gotta make more money, Mom. Yeah, so, but he slept and played video games nonstop for the past week. And I'm like, but he's in summer school. He's doing an English honors class. And so he's got one class this summer before school starts in the fall. Let's see. Any advice, lessons learned for homeschool? You know what? That is actually going to be a recorded video, but I'm thinking you guys will probably ask me a lot of questions. It should probably be a live stream. What do y'all think? And I'll be honest, if I don't know, I don't know. And I'm going to tell y'all, hold on. So live stream, I can make that. And if he's so antisocial, I would have him come on and talk, but then he'll just be like, yeah, no, okay, yeah, no. I'm like, get out of here. Live stream, maybe high school homeschooling. One thing that remains the same, whether you homeschool, your kids go to public school, private school, or you have some kind of hybrid, we're all getting our child to that goal of graduating, right? And we all have to deal with this young adult and everything that's going on in that person's life. I mean, we're still parents at the end of the day. So we're dealing with all these issues that our kids have that we didn't face when we were growing up. So there's that element of camaraderie and sameness that we can definitely discuss and build that village and get ideas and inspiration or commiserate and just, vent and be heard. Absolutely. So thank you for bringing that up. I homeschool my son. Let's see. Love for All says, I have a 7th grader, so I'm interested in the middle school years. Oh, yeah. You know what? K through 2nd grade is my absolute favorite homeschool period, just because everything is like so easy and they're so happy and not jaded yet. And like homeschool companies, they really focus on that set range. And then middle school, because now you're really starting to see that young adult come through that little shell. Now they're really having opinions. I mean, they probably already had opinions, but now they can articulate them a little better. And it was such a pleasant surprise just to have all these wonderful discussions with my kids and just to see their involvement. And I love that the gift of homeschooling that my husband gave me to be able to do that. It was really precious. So I homeschooled all my kids until 9th grade, with the exception of my youngest one, who my sons convinced him, who had no problems being the only kid in the house being homeschooled, until one day they had a closed meeting in my oldest son's room. And then he came out and he was like, I knew something had to happen because he had his eyes down. He was like, now this one is my social butterfly. He's loud. He's a comedian. He was like, his hands were behind his back. I knew something was up once he put his hands behind his back. Mom, I was just thinking, free will. I'm like, free will? At first, I thought he said Free Willy, the movie. He says free will and everything. And I think I want to try the school down the street. My heart was breaking, but I was like, okay. In my mind, I'm like, oh, he'll be back in like a couple of weeks. No worries. He never looked back. So anyway, we'll talk about middle school years. So, but the older two homeschool, middle school. So I definitely have lots of stuff to share for that. So should I make those live streams? Because now that I'm thinking out loud, I'm thinking that stuff you guys really want to ask me questions versus I talk about it in a 20-minute video. Like I'm trying to just to hit like facts and stuff. And you guys want to know like the doo-doo stuff from behind. You don't want the sanitized version. You want the real deal stuff. So maybe I do middle school and high school live streams. Is that a yes? Put a thumbs up in the chat if that's cool. And remember, if you're watching the replay this far into it, thank you. God bless you. You're really helping me out with these YouTube streets. Leave a comment down below. Let me know so I can praise you for watching the replay. Okay, let's see. Homeschool Teens with Jenny has high school content. Homeschool Teens. Is the channel called Homeschool Teens with Jenny? Let's see. Homeschool Teens, because I will definitely reach out. That name is new to me, Homeschool Teens with Jenny. I mean, I know I've heard of a Jenny. I don't know if it's the same one, but I will check her out. Thank you for that suggestion. Love for all. Let's see. Struggles finding a rigorous 7th grade science curriculum. Well, you and me too, Serenity in the Woods. Y'all know from my previous live streams, I struggled with science and foreign language. I could not find a curriculum that hit the sweet spot no matter how much I try. That's why my kids are not trilinguists. They should be speaking, quadrilingualists or just polyglots. Was it polyglots? Or polyglots is for languages, right? Is that for math? Might need to double check that. But anyway, they should be speaking French, Mandarin, French, Spanish, and regular old English. Just 2. Yes, but what I can do is show you the curriculum that I do have and tell you my thoughts on them. And then see, in 7th grade, it doesn't have to really be rigorous. At that level, I would focus on really taking good notes and learning how to take notes. And by taking notes, I mean, okay, how you're observing something and then how you're recording it, because it's all fun to do the experiments, but, how are you recording your data? Do you know how to gather the data, record the data, analyze the data, and make sense of the data, all of that stuff. So to me, that makes it rigorous, but you can do that with anything. So you can have a curriculum that's bare bones, but then you can come with your set of like your own rubric or your own standard where you're like, okay, we did this experiment from Real Science for Kids. Now, this is our steps for how we interpret what happened with that experiment. And then you can make it rigorous. So you can upgrade the curriculum, if you will. Okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe that should be a video. How to upgrade. What do y'all think? How to upgrade your science, because we have done that, curriculum. And actually, the reason why we did that is because when you're teaching multiple ages, multiple grades, science obviously is a great subject to do that. And so how you do that, everyone's involved in the experiment. The kids are like, the younger ones are like, yay, boom, fizzy, whatever. And then the older ones are doing the lab notes, right? They're doing the interpretation or they're recording the data, the results. So that's how you can, upgrade it or keep it simple. So, but yes, I do have that how to upgrade your science curriculum. So that was a great suggestion, Serenity. See, Love for All says, oh, I need a drink. And by drink, I mean real one. No coaster? Where's my coaster? Hold on. I'll use these Kleenex. All right. I'm going to use Science on Demand with Katie Freights, but it's not secular. Is that new? Because I have never heard of that. I'm going to research that. Y'all know I'm a curriculum nerd. I will not buy it. I will not buy it. What is it called? Science on Demand. Y'all come on and y'all have some curriculum you're interested in me checking out with Katie. Is that Katie? Katie. Oh, hold on. The light on my screen is slow. Katie Freights. Okay. That's curriculum. I put curriculum. Okie dokie. She's been out a long time. Nobody talks about her, but she's fantastic. Oh, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if I probably bought some of her stuff at a garage sale or a curriculum sale and then just put it aside. But I will check that out. But thank you for bringing that up. Let's see. Danielle. Hey, Danielle. Live, please. Okay, so Danielle is saying go live for the high school and the middle school, what I say, curriculum? Or just navigating that more broadly? Or how to upgrade your science curriculum? Or go live with all of that? I'll put a poll up just to be sure. You're welcome, Serenity. All right, Love for All says, she's been out. Oh, okay, I already read that. Okay, so I'm caught up on. Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my phone and the comments, the chat is faster is ahead than on here, unless I skip something. Oh, no, I skipped. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I was talking and I skipped some of your comments. All right. Do live. Okay. So it's decided I will go live with the middle school, navigating middle school, and then navigating high school, and then upgrading your science curriculums. That's 3. So that's for the month. We can do that I already have my stuff kind of set up, but maybe I can squeeze one in. But we'll definitely get one of those for July, maybe even more, but we'll see. See, yes, I think it's called that. Okay. Life in the City says, I have a little guy, 2nd grade. Any pointers for making the younger years fun? Girl, it's curiosity. Let them lead. Let them lead. Put your ego aside. Step back. As a matter of fact, I have a video talking about that. It might be a live stream. It might be one of my 2-hour or 3-hour live streams. Let me see if I can pull that up. Let's see. It's early elementary. I'm trying to think of the title. Early elementary learning fun. Okay. And then I have curriculum recommendations that really help to do that. For science, I forget the name. We did some fun science stuff. Really, it was all just hands-on stuff, but like a good guide, and then you're off and running. I know Julie Bogart, who wrote Brave Writer, the curriculum when she developed it. She's got just phenomenal stuff to do with your littles. That's the perfect grade level or the perfect age for that. Poetry teas, dressing up. If that's not your kiddos, style, there are other things that you can do. But the whole point is everything is just being in awe. It's exploring nature. It's exploring all these things. Because remember, at this level of development, your children are sponges, and they can take they can take in all of this information. Now you can't because you're old, but you're oh my God, it's too much information. Meanwhile, your child is dry, just wanting more information, and your cup runneth over because you just got old brains and brain cells because of the kids. You throw everything at them. You know what? That will be a fun video. You know what? I think I'm going to move that video to the top of the queue. Because I still have manipulatives. I'm a big fan, hands-on manipulatives. You don't have to buy anything. You can make stuff. You can find stuff. Remember, kids are creative. They will take this. They will take this. They are little MacGyvers. What else I got here? They will go through your drawer and they will have a whole medieval project just from crap laying around the house. They're like men sometimes. They don't require much. You just gotta just give them those necessities, and then they're good. They're good. But look, I put a star next to that. That's going to be a video. You know what? And for videos that I think are really, really good, I think I'll do a pre-recorded one just so you can get the information and then follow. Oh, yeah. What do y'all think? I'll do a pre-recorded one so that way you can just get that information. And then I'll follow it up like later on with a live stream. So then you can like ask questions. So you see the video, maybe you try a couple little things, whatever. And I won't make the live stream real soon because, you're not going to watch the video right away. And then you're going to watch it. You're not going to do the stuff right away. So maybe the live stream is like 2-3 weeks later. And then you watch the live stream. You're like, okay, you know what? We tried this and this didn't work. Or we love this. You got any more? But anyway, you can go into the live stream and then you can get the feedback. What do y'all think? Is that too much? Would that be too much? Because if I do making early elementary learning fun and I give you 5 or 10 tips, right? And then I just go in the video. Okay, you might try them. And maybe how you did some of them, you did it wrong, or you did it lazily, or you're like, I'll do 2 of them. And the 2 you didn't really work. But if you had done the others, then you would have been like, oh, this is great. So when the live stream comes and you start asking me questions, then I can be like, okay, what about this? Did you try that? Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Maybe that wasn't a good one. Now we're collabing. And now you can go back and try something else. So that's what I like. I like that collaboration, going back and forth. Tell me what worked. Tell me what really, really worked. And then, we go from there. Okay. So whether you want to or not, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do that for not all the videos, but definitely for, I think, a high interest video, just to see how you guys are doing. So we'll call that like a follow-up video. Put that here. Do follow-ups. I'm so happy to be back, y'all. I missed this. I really did. I'm so tired of talking to people. I can talk to y'all. Y'all don't really talk back. All right, cool. I got a happy face from Serenity. So that is my go light to do that. All right, any other questions before I get out of here? It is 54 minutes. That's it. Y'all know I stay on for at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. But look, let me tell you, I really need, oh, my bra strap is showing. Is it? At least it doesn't have all the little strings sticking out. It's not old. No, listen. Okay. All right. We can talk about personal stuff. Now, my son is starting, he's an incoming freshman at a private high school with a huge football program. So I went to the meeting today. It was a JV parents meeting. And somehow I became the team mom. And it's going to be a lot of work. So anyway, I was there at the meeting. It was at 4:00 and it ran over. And I'm like, okay, well, this live stream is set for 6. And I knew we wouldn't really get out at 5, but I'm like, okay, 6, even if I get out at 5:30, I still have time to get home and then get ready for you guys. And it started going over. And then I'm leaving and I call my husband and I'm like, hey, no, he texts me. He's like, are you still in the building? I'm like, yeah. He goes, oh, well, our son, he's getting a lot of play. And I said, oh, that's great, because they're having a 7-on-7, which is just like the skip, the quarterback, receiver, and linebackers, and not the whole football team. So they do all these drills and stuff like that, but it's only for varsity. And so my son was getting reps, with the varsity, which is a big deal. So I'm like, oh, I was just getting in the car. So I'm like, oh, get that. I got to go see my baby. So I run over to the field and it's hot and some people are barbecuing over here and it's so many people because, it's popular school and everybody's watching. And so I'm there for 40 minutes. And the whole time I'm on my phone trying to figure out how to change the start time on the videos. And nothing's coming up on my app, my YouTube Studio app. So I'm like, oh, man, I'm starting off on the wrong foot. And then my husband was like, I think, our son's done. And it was 6:00. I'm like, okay, thank goodness. So I'm driving home really quickly so I can get to you guys. So no matter, and I set the live stream late in the day so I wouldn't have any issues, because I knew the meeting I didn't think I was going to be made this. I was be in the back like this. And then I would be in and out in an hour or less. And so there you go. So that's why I get hesitant with doing live streams, because it's always something coming up. And actually, if I do live streams early in the morning, I won't be disturbed. But you guys are sleeping on the West Coast. And then on the East Coast, you guys might be homeschooling. I don't know. So, if you want, I would go live every day if I could do it 7:00 a.m. Pacific time, which is 8:00 Mountain time, 9:00 Central time, 10:00 Eastern time. If you guys could roll like that, I would be on here bumping my guns with y'all every morning. Every morning. If y'all like that, let me know in the comment section. I would consider that. Because then everybody's asleep. Nobody needs anything. Nobody has anywhere to go. Neighbors aren't calling. My family definitely is not calling. So my time is yours. So just saying. All right. Let's get ready to get out of here. But let me catch up with these comments. Let's see. I read that one. Okay. Love for All says, oh, my skin looks good. Look at that. You still see all these little marks, because when I was editing my second book, I was like this the whole time. Oh, it's not working. And you see where my nails are digging in? That's where those pimples popped up. Yep. Let me stop touching my face anyway. All right. She does use Apologia for the high school years, but she teaches the class. Who is that? The Katie one? Freights? Okay. I'll look that up. Let's see. Pre-recorded is a good idea. Okay, good. I'm getting feedback. Little kids are like men. They just need the necessities. That is so true. And that's why I like little kids, because they you think you need to do all this, and they're like, I was fine with the rope and the battery, Mom. The battery that's corroded because it's been in the flashlight for 2 years because you never changed it. So I like that. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Life in the City. Love having you back. Guys, I missed this. Why haven't I could have gotten, okay, let me be real. Oh, thank you, Love Raw. Now, usually there's a filter on, but this one, I had it on low, just enough so it doesn't show what's behind. You see this? Like, if I increase the filter, it starts to, like, you see here, do that. So I have to take it low. And so it's more of how I look versus me looking glamorous. And then it's so when it looks kind of crazy like this, it's because I have the setting turned down low, which means less filtery. There you go. But thank you. I have also relaunched my YouTube channel, and I am using AI to help me hopefully stay consistent. Well, Katash, is it about homeschooling or mom stuff or parenthood? Come on over. Hey, DM me. I'm now checking my IG DMs. I need YouTube to get on board with that. But I'm now, and y'all know Facebook shut down my Facebook channel in December. And so I had to start up a new one. I have 3 followers. I think I have the link. No, I don't. It's Homeschool Knockouts. I forgot what it was called before. I think I had like a little underscore or something. But the title is better now because it's just my name, Homeschool Knockouts. So if you want to go to my Facebook page and join, I have 3 followers. I think 2 of them are me from different accounts. I don't know. But at least I have one person who's not me that is following me on Facebook. Right now, I can't go live on Facebook because I guess I'm in timeout. I don't know what Meta is doing, but reach out to me, Love Katesh, if you want to come on. I'm telling y'all come on. I'm all about abundance. There's enough abundance in the universe for everybody. So if you want to come on, talk about your YouTube channel, or if you have materials or something for free, just send it to me and I'll share it with everybody. Okay. I do about half my videos on homeschooling. And girl, please, you have my email, right? homeschoolknockouts@gmail. Let me put in the link. Please email me so we can get you out here in these YouTube streets. Let's see, homeschool. Okay, I'm wearing progressive contacts and I hate them. I have to do this when I'm looking at the screen versus this when I'm looking at you. I feel old. Homeschool knockouts. All right, y'all got any more questions before I go have dinner? See, homeschool knockouts@gmail. I think that I spelled it right. Hold on. Let me do an old grandma move. Baby, is that what I wrote down? Let me see. Homeschool. All right. Yeah, here we go. I have to do my head like this. Homeschool knockouts. Okay. That's it. So email me. Email me. I'm thirsty. Email me some stuff regarding homeschool. Yep, I see it pop up on here. Okay. Enjoy your dinner. Girl, I got to see if there's dinner downstairs waiting for me. Usually sometimes, I love my husband sometimes he'll give me room service. He'll just have one of the boys bring food up to me. They know I'm recording. So it might just be sitting on the bed with the dog sitting next to the bed waiting to see if I'm going to slip and not get it. All right. So, okay, we're past the 1 hour mark, so I can get out of here. I feel like anything less than an hour is uncivilized, darlings, uncivilized. All right, so I'm good. I feel like we're back, minus the hiccups this morning. I did absolutely nothing on this little sticky sheet that I said I was going to do. What did I say I was going to do? What I learned during this time off, I kind of did that. What's changing on the channel, I did do that. New upload days, I said Wednesdays and Fridays. I didn't say the time because I'm not that organized. Ask viewers for their #1 homeschool struggle. Y'all kind of told me that. I guess I did follow everything on here. All right, so I guess it's a wrap. So you guys will see me Friday, maybe a live stream, maybe not, because it's 4th of July. So it might be something pre-recorded, or I might be lazy and just do a flip through. I'll put a poll up. See what you want to see on Friday, because the flip through is so easy for me to do. It's, you know what, I'm going to do that. It's so easy for me to do a flip through. I just got to figure out what do I have left. I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I'll be here on Friday. All right. And Katesh, to be consistent, just got to show up. You saw how raggedy and messy I was at the beginning of this video. I didn't have none of my shit together. Okay. But here we are an hour later. So I love you guys. I will see you somehow, some way on Friday. And let me just tell you, I don't have like an outro prepared for you guys, but just know I love you guys. This is really good for my heart. And even though I'm no longer homeschooling, I feel like I'm still part of the tribe. And you guys can always ask me questions. Those of you know, you will ask me a question on IG in the DM, and I will come back with like a 2-paragraph response. It might take me 2 weeks because I don't always check my IG, but I'm getting better. But I respond with information. Okay. So anyway, I'm out of here. I love you guys. Good night. Be good. Have a safe 4th of July if you celebrate, and keep on homeschooling. All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. Hold on. My book. Oh, I didn't put the link in. You see, that's how you know I'm not all about the money, because I would have had my links in and I would have been plugging the book all throughout. I forgot. But in my description, I do have a link to my book, this one here. And then I should have had a link for this. This was actually supposed to drop around Mother's Day. I didn't have my ish together. And so, because I was being a perfectionist. And so I kept going through the book like, no, I need to add more. And so it went from 96 pages, it's 118 pages, but that's the max. But look, it's small. It's small. It's not War and Peace. Okay. So I will have the link up for this because this will be done next week. And, I will be looking for beta readers, and all that means is that I will send you a free digital copy and you read it and you just give me feedback. Like, hey, because sometimes I know this stuff and it's in my head. And so I don't know how it looks to someone who might not know it, you know? So just having fresh eyes, different perspective, you can be like, girl, that was kind of confusing. Or, oh, could you do more of this? And so that's like a beta reader. And then there's also what's called an ARC team where you read it. And I'm not supposed to tell you this, but you can write a review. I cannot tell you you have to write me a review. It can't be a quid pro quo. I say, hey, read my book, and if you're so inclined, please leave an honest review on Amazon. So those are what the ARC people do. So you can either get the book and read it and give me feedback, or read it and give me a review, or be a superstar in my life and do both if you want to. All right. With that said, I'm out. I love you guys. Bye-bye.